Hello and welcome, it's Ekon here from Sword Excalibur Alliance from the Foundation server. Welcome to another video. So the other day I was just kind of online doing my own thing and I got a message from someone saying, hey, this guy from Rogue is being drained, Hari Seldon. Seldon? Yeah, it is. Yeah. Oh crap, I missed it. I don't know because there was a thing in front of it. So yeah, look, this guy Phil from JEDI, basically a group that was established to counter another alliance called the Sith, which came out of Rogue, believe it or not, and basically is just all-out war between them two. And Sith are a little bit more of well, I'd probably say they're the biggest pest alliance. They're unreasonable. They don't know what they're doing. Their intel is terrible, and we're all just kind of just waiting for them to just go away one day. But basically, JEDI was established. And they've got some amazing players, all of them Foundation server players, which are, excuse me, really just powerful, probably the most powerful ships that we have here. So you can see here that we've kind of started, Phil's kind of raiding away from this Hari Seldon guy. He's got a lot of tritanium and dilithium. So, I will say at this point that when you start raiding, the amounts that you have in your base will dictate what the percentage takeaway is from miners. So I don't know if you knew that, but this means that he's probably got a 7 parts tritanium, 2 part dilithium. So that's probably 70-20 and the rest par steel. So that's what Phil would be taking away. You can see here Rogue are mobilizing and they're basically just doing everything they can to stop Phil, but they can't really. He's level 37, he's extremely strong, he's got a lot of tritanium, a lot of reserves. Look at his ships, we've got 818 for Saladin, 1.2 for the Brel, and a battleship, Intrepid at 1.2. So he's got all, basically the perfection, the triangle of everything. And you can see here, Chargina's kind of come in and he's basically a 1.7 million Enterprise. I mean, that's something that is, we've all been kind of waiting to see. And you know what? We don't see this every day, so I'm just going to do a proper intro for this. It's an Enterprise versus whatever Phil's going to throw at it. So here we go. Alright, kicking off the battle, Phil's come in with a battleship, which is a good option because that has a strategic advantage. It's about 15-20%, maybe even more over an explorer. The triangle, battleship beats explorer, beats interceptor, beats explorer, battleship rather. So it's definitely a good option, but I think there's a mistake here that I saw Chargina make. He's attacked Thule, which reduces his shield and his hull. He probably didn't expect Phil is coming after him, which if Phil actually goes, no, he's going back, and no, he's going back for it. So I think, yep, I really want to zoom in on this and just be able to, show us exactly what's happening here. So Phil's basically attacking with a full Brel versus an Enterprise, which is probably about a third or a quarter. That's a little bit too much zoom. So yep, just barely made it out. I bet you Chargina would have recalled if that did not, if that made it out of the battle alive, but it didn't. So you can see Draconis is trying to chase Phil back into base just to kill off that ship, which at that point it probably would have been better anyway. Yeah, so Phil survived that. That's probably something that none of us see every day in actual Enterprise versus, another player who's leveled up in other ways. This is the battle log, so I have reached out to Phil and Chargina. Chargina didn't really cooperate at all, and, Phil's basically filled me in. We know that the Enterprise costs probably between 10 and 15 million in tritanium to repair, so not a lot for someone like Chargina who has billions, but you know what? It does, it all adds up in the end. I believe so anyway. You can see everyone's just spamming with all their little ships there. That's one of the tricks, is basically something to help people, clog up your base, clog up your ships, stall them, slow them down until an attack ship can come. I'm just kind of preparing my base and preparing my stuff. I don't know what's going to happen, so I just kind of prepare everything I can in order of just racing through that now. You don't need to see all of it. But yeah, so effectively the... going back to what I was saying before, the whole idea here is to, when you can, to just send the weakest ships to make sure that when someone is in... what's this guy doing? I can't even talk when I'm watching this. Savage Guarded is basically going in from the furthest point away, trying to make it to this base. There's no way he would make it. I feel so bad. I mean, QuiGonPhil and Thule are just in the prime position. They can definitely get in there without anyone being able to even load that menu. I really do wish Scopely can implement some kind of auto attack if a ship comes near or something. I don't know, it's just kind of annoying not being able to hit that ship and you just get drained and you can't even help your alliance mates. I wish there was something they can do. I actually just noticed now as well, Phil's got two miners going at it and raiding. So here's Padawak, yeah, and Phil's been sending 2 of them out. So we saw before Hari had 695 million or something like that in titanium. So we'll see what that is in a little bit and how much it's gone down. I think by the end of this video, Phil would have made probably about, I'd probably say about 30 to 40 million in titanium. I didn't get the exact number. Savage would have lost all of his, unfortunately, because, oh yeah, there you go, it was 685. I think he started at 660 before, when I first jumped in, before I even started the video. So that's already 25 million, minus, of course, what it would have cost for the Brel and the other warships to defend. I don't know why this message keeps coming up. This is so infuriating. So that means he's basically up 20 million titanium, probably worthwhile. It's still probably at that stage 50 or 80 million titanium to even level up one part of a ship at that level, but you know what, it all counts in the end. Savage Garden's still trying to send something through. I think he's got I've kind of skipped past a bit of the video here, but he's actually only got about 200,000 in titanium left, so he's desperate to get one miner in and out. That'll probably keep him going for another month at this rate, but it's just not happening. So yeah, at that point, Hari is basically, I forget if I actually said this at the start of the video, but he's 70% titanium and about 20% dilithium and the rest. So when a miner does attack that, he's effectively going to get 70% titanium out of your cargo max and 20% dilithium and the rest. So basically, what you get from a base raid will depend entirely on what you actually, what the person has in store. If that makes sense. I don't know if I explained it right. So at this point, everyone's trying to send their small ships. Everyone from ROG is just trying to, stop Thule and Phil and the others from attacking at all. JEDI, obviously, a couple of them have showed up. I've moved in. I kind of just wanted to, I suppose, occupy a spot. I've got as Sword Excalibur, our alliance has a ceasefire with both of them. You can see my alliance here is just kind of going, wow, grab the popcorn, and Savage Garden is not having much luck. Sorry, mate, we're not actually having a go. It's just really unfortunate position for you, and we're not enemies with ROG right now, so. We kind of don't want you to attack, and at the same time, it's so Chargina just then was just saying they're mobilizing, and they're definitely gonna Chargina's gonna move down. I'm kind of waiting for it. It's been like probably 10 to 15 minutes, and Chargina isn't in there. He's probably reached out to Sith anyway, because there they go, they've just showed up. I don't know why, they're very far away. A good opportunity for me to have a look at the resources there, because Sith are an enemy of ours. They're just they're basically just, again, guys, the worst pest alliance with the worst intel, and they draw the worst conclusions from anything, so they're hugely misled. And I believe Mistress Satet, or Lady Shah, as she goes by the 1,000 names, is part of that alliance now as well, creator of Hivemind, and it's just for how smart they are, it's amazing how much their intel is just way off center, which is great for us. I'll probably have to do another video on that, because they believe everyone in the game is another account of mine, which is kind of pretty hilarious. I'm just letting them, I just like to sit back and watch what they do there. So this is me just I'm just gonna keep commentating here, just going through and seeing what ships others have. This is a great chance for me to scope out others, allies and enemies alike. Basically just get a look at how which captains they're putting on, what they're doing. You can tell he's already got some of the augment captains there, and what ships and what's their firepower, and just in case anything happens in the future, we know how to counter it and we know what's happening there. So yeah, look, ROG is kind of flying around, and B Fox, I don't know what he's doing there. Level 21 with a small ship like that is probably just watching, never explored this place before. But yeah, so look, I might leave it at that. Slap on some music, and we'll just keep watching. I'm just trying to find a moment, but Savage Garden just keeps giving me more and more reason to kind of sit back and laugh at this. It's too much, guys. Maybe he knew I'm gonna make this video. Oh, there he goes. That's another ship down. I don't know if I've actually had a look at his base in the video. I'll probably skip past a couple of spots there, but I'll see if I can. We'll see if I click at any moment now. And I was kind of offering Rog or Jedi's. I'm just saying, look, I've got a spot on the planet. I don't care. Whoever comes first, if they want my spot, they can have it. Obviously, I've got no business here. I've got a CF or a ceasefire or NAP or non-aggression agreement pact or whatever you guys call it at any of the other servers, and with both, so I just didn't really want to get in the middle of it. Although now that Sith is here, I'm kind of inclined to wait and see what happens. But Sith is effectively, best buddies with Rog, so and they're also ex-Rog, so their admiral is effectively the ex-admiral of Rog. So now it's just a waiting game, really. It's just to sit back and watch, see what happens, and hopefully the Enterprise rocks up any minute now, and we can enjoy a little bit more Enterprise action. suddenly can't seem to be attacked or attack anyone, and there is an actual bug. I kind of call it the ultra bug. Basically, if you have a look here at this freeze frame, R4-D4 is trying to get away from something, he's recalling, he's moving away after trying to hit Savage Garden up there in the top left. There is a possibility of rendering that base completely bugged. That means that they cannot attack or be attacked. You can see R4-D4 is trying it on me. Fortunately, I've got that 5-minute shield up, so long as I keep breaking that, I'm kind of okay. But that can happen to you after your 5 or 10 minute shield, which is after the current update happening. See, everyone else is just going nuts still on Harry Seldon's base there. But, getting stuck mining, can't attack other ships, can't attack other players. I think they can attack ships, but not other players' bases. So ultimately, this is kind of just... just another example of something that I believe Scopely really need to jump on top of. We know it's happened to a couple of people in ANZ. It's happened to a couple of people everywhere, really, in each alliance. And they're either kicked out or I guess they keep them around for power. Anyway, I think that's pretty much it for this video. So the rest of it is me just checking out other players, scoping out what's happening here. Chargina did come in. We can see his resources now, so he's pretty cashed up still, even after upgrading. I think it's like between 200 and 400 million tritanium just to upgrade one ship part of that Enterprise at this level. So he's still going strong, doesn't really phase him. 2.93 billion left in tritanium and 1 billion in plasteel after upgrading all that. How Scopely justified giving him all of these resources, I will never understand. I know he spent cash, but I'm still kind of worried about what their compensation methods are or how they make their calculations. I wish some of us would know so that we feel a little bit less bitter, or at least we know that they have some kind of rhyme to their reason. In any case, I'll leave you to it. Enjoy the rest of the video. I don't think there's a lot of action left, but if you just wanted to watch everyone just having at it, and Savage Garden hitting one of my guys, which I'll take up with him now after this video is done. And so the moral of the video is, do not go up against the Jedi. Good luck to you all. See you all next time.
You're not